Yo, what's up everybody? So I am here sitting with my brother in the car going to the dealer. So not any that might sound a little bit
type of dealer.
Not that type of dealer. No, we're going to Motorbike. It's a motor dealer to check out a potential new ride. So I've been looking for a bike for a while. I have a bike already, so it is a little bit of I don't know, how do you say it?
Impulsive buy?
It's not an impulsive buy, but
like
take this one. Yeah. No, it's kind of an issue because I already have a bike, and there is somewhere deep down a belief still rooted that I don't deserve it.
Sure, so, you do.
Yeah, thanks, man. But that's like the belief that I've been programmed with, or at least the belief that I also chose to believe, right? Because sometimes you are conditioned in a way, and when you're not conscious, you take it for real. You believe it. So, but when you start becoming more and more aware and more conscious.
In 300 meters of the roundabout, take the third exit and stay on Oosterburger Weg.
I tried to mute that.
No problem. So it was left or?
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead?
Left on the roundabout.
Left on the roundabout. So this roundabout.
This roundabout.
Okay.
Yes.
So back to the story. When you are more, you shift up a level or something. I don't know how to say it. When you become more aware and more conscious, you realize that you have a choice to choose basically which beliefs are working for you and which aren't.
Yeah.
Is it right here?
Straight ahead.
And also to look at the beliefs and where you got them from. So this particular limiting belief that I don't deserve another bike. Yeah, that's a good one. I think I got it from my parents, from my father. Because I also called him today and I told him that I was going to see another bike. He said, "Oh, another bike? Yeah. Couldn't you better spend that money for an air conditioning system for you and your family?" So I don't know. Of course that is true, but I think it's also a projection of my father, based on fear and scarcity, because it's also from a different generation. But the truth is that I'm doing very well enough, so it's more abundance, right? From not scarcity, but more from abundance. But still, I feel abundance, and I'm thankful for everything. Also for my friends. So I don't know. What's your take on this matter?
Yeah, I think it's sooner or later you realize that the more you live in abundance, like the more it's like a mindset, but also like the more the tap or just the tap of abundance, the flow of abundance is put open, the more you dare to wish for yourself. And it doesn't have to be material things, but you've been wanting this for so long, and you've been declining it. How do you say it? Not decline, like not refusing it or like rejecting it for yourself. But abundance is also like a mindset of like already having stuff. Well, whether it's material or spiritual or whatever type of thing, but like you have to dare and feel worthy enough to have something, because only in that mind state will you actually get that. Like, so if you constantly say like, I'm not worth this bike, or I'm not worth this, or I'm not worth that, you're never gonna get it, But sooner or later you realize that, like, even if you don't have it yet, you just have to feel it already. And if you do, and some people call it the law of attraction and stuff like that, but that's how it does kind of work, because like subconsciously, if you want that bike bad enough, whether it's a bike or whether it's a job, and you project in your head that you already have it, neurologically all these connections will be made, and you will have subconsciously you'll find a way to get there, basically.
Yeah.
So, and that's why you should never be worried about, like, of course, like when you're super in debt, of course, don't go buy more stuff, you know, like, but if you feel if it's a contemplated decision, and like, of course, you can always invest the money or do something else with it, but if it's something you really want, dare to allow yourself to have it, basically, because that's the only way you will get to things, because in every type of situation people will tell you, no, you shouldn't do this. Like, if every innovator would follow the advice of not doing stuff, we would not have been where we are right now as mankind, basically. So
of course not. And but I also believe, like, it is also well intentioned from the people sometimes, or most times, especially when it's your family. If it's good and they feel a little bit scared for you, they just want to protect you. So I think that's like also like the underlying message that my father wants to send me. Definitely. Is that he is afraid that I don't have enough. And that's also coming from scarcity, not from abundance. But the thing is, like, Nick and I know, and Nick is also into like the cryptocurrency, but also like especially money and crypto. Especially like the regular money, like they really print it, they pull it out of the air. So it's always there, so you can always get more if you want to. It's floating in the air, basically. So and when you see that,
when I was really scared, really scared to make money and stuff like that, I would hardly get any. But as soon as I started to become more, when I realized it was all just a game, so to speak, it sounds really weird, but you can literally pull it out of the air, then you get a different view on it, and you take more risks, but more calculated risks, of course. And it makes way more sense eventually, basically, because like a friend of mine used to call money fun coupons. But that's really but that's really changed, because I don't even like the term money. I used to be very against money and stuff like that, but I also didn't have any money, you know. And like, the more you like change your mindset, the more you also, of course, you don't want to, like, with I would say the hole in your hand, it's a Dutch expression, but like, do it a bit calculated. But if you do it right, like, every type of investment is always a risk, you know. And yet again, like, if you follow the advice of everybody, like, most people don't take risks, and that's why most people live the lives that they live. And it's good if they want to live it like that, but often they become, sooner or later, they'll have this regret. I should have taken this or this risk. And if you have taken the risk, you either learn from it or you gain.
Exactly.
And so that's, in my opinion, always the better way to approach things, basically. So
but that's also having trust in the process, trust in
exactly.
We call it trust in the universe, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just
not, and then you operate from more abundant state.
Exactly.
Mindset. Compared to the scarcity mindset.
Exactly.
But it's still a difficult, or not as easy for, especially I notice like our parents' generation. That's their default, you know. That's what they have been taught, and also well intentioned. And
they also grew up with a lot more scarcity. Like, it was way, and especially because nowadays you have the internet, and nowadays you have all these ways of increasing your capital exponentially. And back then, the only people who knew this was possible, they were keeping it to themselves, and they were scaring everybody else not to do this.
Exactly.
You know?
So that was the scare tactic behind it.
You know, all the investors, they didn't tell the normal people how to invest. You know, they stick to. They don't teach that in school. You know, so.
And they focus more on the fear base, and not on what you can potentially gain.
Exactly.
Also.
Exactly.
And that's something that also goes for different things, not just money, but a lot of people, again, like the scarcity mindset and the fear-based mindset, really disables you to do anything, basically.
True.
So
it's and it even paralyzes you.
Absolutely. It freezes you.
Exactly.
Also.
Exactly. You got really, and that's what I love about the breath work. It's the vagus nerve. One of the reactions of the vagus nerve is the freeze reaction, you know. And that's what I sometimes have in the morning, and that's why I swear to God everybody should do it.
But
I wake
when
up,
yeah.
I wake up and it's like this morning I had it, man. I was like, shit, like today is not my day, you know? And I had all these things like, fuck, sorry, excuse my French. I was like, oh my God, I have to do this and this and this, and how am I gonna get this done? And I was like, yeah, should I go back to bed? Well, eventually I did nap for a bit, but I did do this breathwork session and did it for 45 minutes.
Wow.
Usually I do it for like 20 or like 15 or even 10. But I felt like I had to keep going, you know?
Yeah.
And the more I was resisting it, but at some point, when you like stimulate this nervous system enough, like my mindset changed, and I was like, okay, I got it. And then I was like, yeah, and then
and where was the
being
frozen
paralyzed.
part? Oh yeah, exactly.
I was, because I was thinking about it, and I just didn't feel like doing anything. I was like, no, today I'm just gonna escape and just do this thing with Tommy and maybe chill with some friends, but I'm not gonna do what I was supposed to do, you know. But then I, like, as soon as I felt this snap, my mind like automatically went from planning this and this and this and this, you know, from doing okay, no, I'm gonna do it like this, I'm gonna approach it like that, and I have to write this and this down, and it goes automatically, you know. But it's the same thing, like this. Yeah, it's you have to learn that, you know. You have to learn how to, especially because I have so many friends with so many potential, but they've been waiting for years for something to happen. And it's the same thing with the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. You know, there's a writer, and they invite this, or they ask this writer, how come that you've written over 50 well-selling novels? And he says, well, I don't wait for inspiration. Like, that's not how it works. I don't wait. The writer's block is because people wait and hope that something happens, and then you get this passive mindset. And
instead
what he does,
proactive.
Exactly. What he does, he, like, even if he doesn't want to, if he doesn't feel like it, he'll write down 200 words every single day. It doesn't matter about what. He can simply write what he's been doing, what he's gonna cook. It doesn't matter. It can be anything. But like more times than not always. Like. And that's the same thing with just putting effort. That's the thing what I don't like about the spiritual side of the law of attraction, or the secret, how it's called, how it's explained to people. Because people still, and that's the problem with why they don't, if they try one time taking risk for abundance, they don't do it ever again, because they write something on a note, put it there, and then they're like, now I'm gonna wait for it to happen. And that's not how it works. You do have to put in the effort, you know. Like, there's always like this part that people don't want to do, and everybody has that. And of course, if you have your 9-to-5 job, you put in your effort from 9 to 5, and then you have your security. But if you want to achieve more, you have to get out of your comfort zone and put in the extra little effort. And also what you hear a lot of these people, entrepreneurs, say, like, you get home and, like, if you have this idea which you've had for 3 years, a lot of people will freeze and instead will go watch Netflix and stuff like that, because of course their day job was draining and stuff like that. But like, if you program yourself to, even if it's 5 minutes extra, like, write something down, or like every day do a really small step, and then sooner or later you will realize that you watching Netflix won't feel as nice anymore. You'll be like, no, I want to do this first.
Or you feel, sometimes you even feel guilty, right? If you do something
exactly. Yes, guilty indeed.
For me.
True. But that's also like that also has a pitfall. You know, you have to also be. You can still relax, but you feel a lot better when you're being productive. And it doesn't always have to be like spot on, but like you can play with it. And just talking to someone this afternoon, talking about how life's a game, and that's how you just play along with it, you know. As long as you stop being afraid to fail, then you,
or fail forward. What
fail forward. Exactly what we talked about.
Because also, I think it also comes down to, first step is like really knowing what you want in general. So that's like the same thing like booking a vacation. First you have to pick the destination, and then you have to take steps, you know. If you want to manifest something, and we use the same metaphor as going on a holiday or picking a vacation, you can book it, but still you have to get your ass out of the seat and get moving if you want to reach that goal, if you want to reach that destiny. And when you realize that, and you take consistent action over time in the direction that you want to go, you will get there. It's just a matter of time, but it also
Exactly.
begins with the decision and
Exactly. And
Yeah.
especially when you fail, don't
and
give up.
action.
Like fail forward, literally.
Yeah.
Like as soon as
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
people often give up way too early.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. Like, life isn't all rainbows and unicorns. You know, like. Especially when you want to achieve something, it will be hard, and every time you think you'll get you figured it out,
Yeah.
something will hit you in the face again. And that happens every
humbles
time.
you. It
It
humbles you.
humbles you every time, but it does work.
Yeah.
So eventually, because of these situations, eventually you will look back and you realize that you've grown, or something similar will happen, and before you were like really shook by it, and afterwards you know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And also in business wise, like, if you've ever worked in a company or in some type of situation where everything was going wrong, like eventually, like if you work somewhere new, if you have to do something for yourself, even though like the entire house around you is burning down, you can sit there with a big smile on your face, like being the calm
Nice
in the
and warm.
storm. You'll figure it out basically. You're not even worried anymore basically. Or well, of course you know how to plan things, but you know that you will get there again, or again, or whatever.
Exactly, and a different way to look at it, or at least for me, is like also like when we talk about fire. Once you find that fire inside you, that's your fuel, you know, and that's like a ever burning fire, ever burning light, and that empowers you and enables you to do everything you are meant to do. Also, like for me, that fire. You also watch a show called Naruto, and it's they talk about the will of fire. That's really like your purpose, your ikigai, like your reason for living. How you say it? You have French. You speak French, right? There's a French saying for it. If you're listening and you know the French saying for like not salary, but if you know it, write it down in the comments. But once you find that fire, something like that. Yeah.
Reason to be.
Reason to be.
Yeah.
Wow, it pulls you also, and it drives you forward. You don't have to. You get into flow state also, and it just flows. And also like doing this podcast and this vlogging was really important for me and for you as well. But we also have been procrastinating. But once you start, you hopped on the train, you hopped the board, and then it becomes easier. Like over time,
of course.
And also like some people want to do something and want to achieve something, but they are still afraid. Once again, going back to the fear to take steps, to take action.
Exactly.
Yeah. But once you're out of that, then the magic happens.
Once the momentum starts going forward, and you'll also be like amazed by how life works then, because like everything seems to fall into place. You seem to connect to the right type of people.
That was exactly what I was trying to say.
It's very strange, because your life just went from relatively slow and boring to like all these things happening at once, you know, like even like sometimes you feel chances being struck by lightning are bigger than all of these things like falling into place, like tuck, 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 tuck. And you're like, how is this even possible, you know? But it's really cool every time, and you really are humbled and grateful for it, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also when you are like embark on a journey, once you get closer to your destiny, you will meet people from all over the world which have the same destiny. So the closer you get to your goal, the bigger the chance is to meet new people which are on a similar journey. So that's just a beautiful thing.
Awesome. Yeah.
I think that's also like a wrap for now. We just wanted to do like we just wanted to get started. So this is also like what we've been talking about in this podcast. Sometimes you don't have to think, you have to stop thinking and just hop aboard and just do it, and then
literally said that today to somebody. I was like, like it's good that you start like entrepreneuring. Some people want to create something perfect and then release it, and maybe it doesn't even work as well as they would have thought because it's their baby. So they instead just start, get the ball rolling, and then create a snowball effect along the way.
Exactly.
Put like a version 0.1 online, so to speak.
But that's the first step.
Exactly, something small, and then it will grow and grow organically. Basically, you can't expect to push out a company or like a successful business or whatever you want to achieve or whatever, and it all has to start small.
Yeah.
Like an instant gratification society does make you think that it's possible to snap your fingers and now you're a millionaire, but that's not how it works.
It's just the tip of the iceberg, and that nobody shows like all the work that has gone
behind it.
Yeah.
People are just lucky. Also, I saw this meme, like this woman running, and then like who had like a toned body, but it was drawn basically. But then some other people were saying, oh, look at her. They see her in the supermarket. Oh, look at her. She's so lucky with her genetics. No, probably she just does a lot of work to keep it like that. You know, it's easy to say these things, but usually when you look at what these people are doing to stay in shape, it's not easy.
No.
It's not that it's a necessity, of course. Like everybody should do whatever they want.
Yeah, but you also know what you're talking about, right? Because for the people watching or listening, you haven't been always this fit looking, so
well, I wasn't big when I grew up, but I did grow quite big. But so like if people tell me like, oh, you probably stay in shape without doing anything for it, I'm like, dude, every meal I eat, I know what I'm doing, you know, and like I don't cheat and whatever, and even if I smell a cheeseburger or a hamburger, so to speak, I gain weight. So it's true. Like I get big really fast because fat molecules shrink, you know. They don't disappear unless you use liposuction, so they're still there, they're just really small. Let's wrap it up, man.
All right. We're here, so we're at the shop, so we're gonna check out a new bike, see how it goes. I think I see another bike that I have standing over there, a blue Honda, so that will be very cool. A CB1, 400 cc's, but I don't see them often, but now I see it. It's nice. So also check out the other podcasts. I'm gonna for the people on YouTube, I'm gonna link Nick's YouTube in the description and the IG and stuff like that. And also check out the podcast, The Press to Success. And I wish you a beautiful day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.
See ya.